Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, it's Ken.
And Han. We can't do an intro, but we're back, baby.
I thought that one was good.
Oh, I thought it was bad, but it's okay. We're gonna work with it. We're back with another first times video. If you haven't seen our first one, go check it out.
I was gonna say, I feel like the first time we as like best friends genuinely learned so much about the other, and so now why not do it again? We came up with different questions, apparently better questions from
I know,
somebody.
I feel like I got some fire questions.
So we'll see.
You can go first.
Okay, in light of recent events, when was the first time you knew you wanted to dye your hair blonde?
Oh, okay. I thought you were going somewhere else with that. I got scared. I literally have been talking about this since I was genuinely in middle school, like talking about dyeing my hair. It wasn't necessary. I saw that.
She said genuinely.
It really was. I'm being completely genuine and honest. Because that's just what we do on this channel. But I really have thought about dyeing my hair either like lavender, purple, platinum, like a variety of different colors. It's kind of evolved over time since I was literally in middle school. And even like one of my best friends growing up, she sent me a message when she saw my hair on Instagram, and she was like, dude, you've really been talking about this since you were 12 years old, like you finally did it. So honestly, it's been a while, and I finally just said, you know what, I'm gonna send it and do it, because what better time than the present. So that's how this came to be.
Yeah.
First time we got into a fight.
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, I remember the big one.
Well, same, but I don't know if that was the first one.
It definitely wasn't. I remember that sometimes Morgan and I would get frustrated that you would always hang out with Brandon, and I don't know if we ever got into an argument about it, like me and you. I would say it's maybe that one time you lied to us about hanging out with him and we caught you, because I think we might have like addressed it.
I think you guys might have said something about it, but I don't know.
I don't think it was huge, but I remember it was uncomfy for sure. That was definitely the first time we like
had a disagreement.
Yeah.
Even though it was you and Morgan saying.
Yeah, well, we were just like, why not be honest? Or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. That was probably it.
Yeah, because I think you were like, well, I knew you guys would be mad, and we were like, we're more upset you didn't tell us the truth.
Yeah.
Something like that, maybe. When was the first time you drank alcohol?
I vividly remember this. And
then, depending on what you're comfortable answering, what was your first experience like getting drunk, or were they the same time? Because mine was not the same time.
My first time having alcohol, I was in Turks and Caicos with my family. I was like 14 years old. My dad gave me a beer for me to walk into this place to act like I belonged, so that they wouldn't question me, because literally everyone in my family was of age except for me. And then I had like a couple sips because I wanted to try it, and I actually liked it. It was so weird. It was in Newcastle. I remember it very vividly. But the first time I got drunk, oh, mom and dad, if you watch this, you're gonna be like, I knew I shouldn't have liked him. It was with my first boyfriend, and at the time I was 15 and he was 2 years older than me. He was 17, and I've never told like anybody this because it was a secret. Like, it was like under wraps, like nobody knew.
Exposed!
Basically, his best friend at the time, like his parents were super rich, the kind of parents that like don't really care what their kids do. They're just like, here, have a great time, like, honey, it doesn't matter, like, we don't have rules, do what you want. They would invite me and my boyfriend at the time, when I was 15, over to hang out, and his best friend's parents were the kind of parents to not care if they drank. Like, they would give him alcohol, and he was 17 years old. My boyfriend was drinking, his best friend was drinking, the parents were drinking, like everyone was drinking. I was 15 years old, and I had literally never drank and gotten drunk. So they were like, do you want to drink? And I was like, and I guess. So I like started drinking, and then shit just hit the fan, and it got out of hand very quickly. And 1 minute I was great, I was good, I was fine, and the next minute I was in the bathroom, I broke a shot glass, I broke my glasses that night. Things went down, to say the least. I threw up that night as well, and that's like, that and like the one other time are the only 2 times I've ever thrown up from drinking. And I told myself, no, never again. you're never gonna throw up because it was a terrible experience. But yeah, that was that. Don't recommend anyone do that because I was 15, way too young to be getting intoxicated. But that's just what happened, and fine, everything's okay. I'm great, we're good, nothing bad happened. So
wow, glad I asked that question.
I'm gonna ask you, when is the first time you felt real love?
I mean, with a boy, like in a relationship, it would be with my first and only boyfriend. I don't know when we first said, like, I love you. I guess it was relatively early on because we dated for 3 years. And I was convinced at the time that, like, he was my person. We would be together forever. And
oh, don't we all?
Say most other people thought so too. Definitely for the better that it didn't. There's things I loved myself, but as far as like a mutual love, that was like the first time, I think.
See, the only reason I answered that or asked that because I knew that was gonna be your answer was sometimes people say, and y'all dated for a really long time, so I thought this might not be the case, but sometimes people are like, oh, my first boyfriend, like I thought I was in love with, but I didn't realize that that's not real love until I felt it for blah or with blah.
I definitely was in love in that relationship and felt like the love was real at the time. It started to fade later on in the relationship, but overall I would still say like the love was there, and realistically if things would have ended better and he would have handled himself in a different way, like I would still care about him as much as I did then. That's just not that, and actions speak louder than words, kids, so people need to be cut. And he was. Kind of going off of that, I also wrote down for you, what was the first thing you remember loving? Which, because if you asked me that, I think I loved other things before I loved him.
As far as just like love, oh, I used to have this, it's like an animal, but then it's like has a blanket coming out of like its body. That sounds really weird, but it's a really common like baby thing. So I had one of those when I was little, and I was like obsessed with that. Like I was like, if we're talking about that, then I'd probably say that. First time being hit on at a bar. Do clubs count? Yeah, like out, like going out. I would say it's the story of the first time we went out, like to the club. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I won't go into depth because I feel like this deserves like a true story time moment because it was kind of cool.
Like, it was iconic.
It was kind of epic.
I witnessed it and it was iconic.
We were in high school, we were seniors, and in North Carolina, you can be 18 and get into a club. Obviously, like, you don't drink, and we've got X's put on our hands, but we knew a guy. I won't name names or anything. We gotta go to the one of the clubs downtown, and needless to say, the first guy I talked to hit on me, and it was a night. He's great. I would still say we're friends now. We don't talk a lot, but we'll like catch up every now and then. But yeah, it was a wild turn of events. Definitely set the bar high for every interaction with a male after that.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a scene from a movie, to be 100%.
It was crazy. You guys like and subscribe for the story time, because honestly
True. No one knows about that, to be honest, besides Han and the people we were with. Yeah, I was sober. I don't even think I was drunk, to be honest. So.
Oh yeah, I think we all were sober.
So really, I didn't break any laws. Okay, what was your first memory of feeling disappointed?
Probably when my dog died. We had a golden retriever when I was little, and I was really little when he died, but I was just like, wait, what? Like, this is a thing? Like, what is death? Like, I didn't even know what death was, and it was the saddest thing ever. First impression of the city.
At first, I thought it was a lot bigger than what it is, but I guess like spatially I was like, oh, I'm on this huge island, when really like it's not that huge. I also was really surprised that people are nicer, people make them out to be, and there's like this stigma that New Yorkers are mean. And I don't think they're mean, I just think they're selfish. Like, if you're here for yourself to make it, and whatever that looks like for you. So they are nice, but like they're not gonna sacrifice their success to help you, where other places, like where we're from, you kind of just help everyone out as you go along. So what was your first memory of dancing?
The first one I remember, I was in this tap dance when I was 7, I think, my first year at Fox Troop, and it was like a cowgirl themed dance. So we wore cowboy hats, we wore like red bandanas as tops, and like some like blue jean pants. And there was this one part in the dance where we would get up on our toes, and at the same time we're supposed to grab our hats and like look at our partner. And I remember my partner always forgot to grab her hat, so I would always like be like hat, and I would like make like a like huge smile so I could be like hat. It was so cute, and I loved our little group of 4.
That's cute. That's really cute. Aww.
What was your first piece of real gold jewelry?
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, I guess technically it's not something I wear every day. When my dad's mom passed away, we got some of her jewelry. There's this one really nice gold ring that has marquee diamonds surrounding a pearl. It's like very southern, so I'd say that was my first one. When and where was the first place you ever traveled to?
I'm just gonna go with like the first place like outside of the United States, because like for dance competitions and stuff, like we were going to different cities and different places and like even different states sometimes, and I don't really count those as traveling because that's not for like personal enjoyment. It was for dance. I think the very first place I went was probably the Bahamas when I was 2 years old. My family went, and like I got brought because I was 2 years old, but I don't remember any of it at all. And then the next one was probably like Disneyland when I was like 4 or 5 or something, which I also don't remember at all. So the first like big trip that I remember, my dad took us to Puerto Rico, and it was honestly so fun. I remember the one like vivid thing I remember from that trip was there was a hurricane, and we were sitting in this hot tub like looking out over like the island and like the water, and it was just like gray, black, dark clouds, and we were like, uh-oh, like this is, we're gonna die. Not actually, but it was so scary, but it was so cool. It was really fun though. We did a lot of really fun things, and I definitely I haven't been back to the same place since, but I would love to.
That's cute. That's a good travel trip.
Okay, that was your last one? Okay, this is my last one for Kenna and the last one for the video. When's the first time you realized you wanted to do product design?
Oh, this is a good story. I had just finished my junior year of high school, and it was the summer before my senior year. And I remember since the 5th grade, I literally prayed to God every night to like tell me or give me a sign or just let me know what I wanted to do, because me being the worrier that I am, I've worried since I was in kindergarten, like what am I gonna do with my life? And nothing seemed to interest me. I went to governor school that summer, which was a 5 to 6 week like program, which I was bummed because every summer I would go somewhere and I wouldn't get to go home and like do summer things. I've never had like a relaxing summer. And so she signed me up to go to this design camp because she's like, I think you would really like it. And I was like, Mom, I'm not 5. I don't want to go to camp. Like, I'm not going. And she was like, I've already paid for it. You have to go. And it was at NC State, ironically enough. It was a 6-day long program, and each day you got to do a project in their 5 majors of design, which they have obviously product, graphic, textiles, I would say illustration, and like maybe one more, I can't remember. I remember the product day, we were assigned a person and a need, and we had to create something that fulfilled some of their needs. And the thing I designed was a playground made out of whiteboards so kids could be active as well as like do homework and be like a creative at the same time. I just remember I loved the whole week. Oh, architecture was the other one. But I loved the whole week, and I was debating between architecture and product design, but then we kind of had like a review at the end of the day, and the dean of the design program at the time came around and like talked about people's, and he really liked mine, and so that just meant a lot. And I was like, if I could do something creative, because I've always been a creative person, and still like make a difference, like why would I not do this? So and it's actually then a girl at camp one day when we were all just like hanging out and not like designing, a girl was like, where are you guys applying to colleges? And I was like, I have no idea, I don't know. And she was like, oh, I really want to go to Parsons. It's the best design school in the country. I've toured their campus. Like, this is what it's laid out for. And she's like, but it's really hard to get in. So if any of you get in, you have to go. I wouldn't have even known to look at Parsons if it wasn't for that girl.
That's why I had to ask, because you're about to graduate. It just made sense. And that concludes our first times part 2. And I feel like this one was better than the last one.
I know. We always learn so much.
I know. Wow, we need to do these more often, even just for fun. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. Let us know more first times, or let us know some of your first times.
Like and subscribe because this was good.
Because this was good. That's gonna be our new like permanent outro. Like and subscribe because this was good, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Should we actually do a real bye?
Yeah, for real.
We'll see you next week. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.